Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about The Matrix Resurrections. Let's go. I'm not going over the whole movie, but a lot of it. The movie opens with a girl named Bugs, like Bugs Bunny, and she is one of my favorite characters in the movie. She's in the Matrix, watching the Trinity opening scene from the first movie when Trinity is trying to escape a bunch of cops and agents, but it's not actually Trinity. There's a guy who saves her when spotted by agents, and he reveals that he is Morpheus, but doesn't look like the Morpheus we know. We go to Thomas Anderson, who is a very successful video game designer. The plot detail is kind of hard to explain if you haven't seen the movie, but the story explains that the first three Matrix movies were games that Mr. Anderson made and is being pressured to make a fourth game. Also, it seems that he has not been Neo, the chosen one, in like forever. He doesn't seem to be really happy in his life, even though he is very successful and well known for his creative work. He also has a therapist that is trying to help him with dealing with what is real or not. This issue has him as a shell version of his former self. He meets Trinity at a coffee shop, but her name is Tiffany. She has a husband, several kids, and doesn't recognize him, but kind of has a feeling or memory when they shake hands. Morpheus meets Tom in the bathroom, and he has a hard time processing that Morpheus is in front of him. During a shootout with a bunch of cops, Tom's coworker remembers who he is, which is Smith, like Agent Smith, even though he doesn't look like him. He picks up a gun, screams Mr. Anderson, and tries to shoot Tom right in the face, which he almost does. Tom chooses to take the pill from Morpheus and has to do the whole process of going into the Matrix, or real world as it's called. And that's when he's in those pods, completely shaven, and have all those cords attached to him until one of the Sentinel machines unlocks him. Neo has a fighting scene with Morpheus, which is a nod to the original. Morpheus is trying to get Neo to be like the Neo everybody knows him to be from before. Their fight ends when Neo makes this huge blast that is so powerful it like fries the chair he is in that has him in the Matrix, which I thought was crazy. From Neo's view, the main thing that he wants is to get Trinity back, and he's willing to do anything. When Neo is introduced to the rest of the crew, we get some big news that some of the Sentinel machines that previously tried hunting them down in the previous movies are like allies now. One member is a super fanboy of Neo, and he is a quote-unquote Neo-ologist, which I thought was funny. Anyone in Neo's presence is like a super humbling honor to them. We also see a much older Niobe who seems to be the head in charge now. During the movie, we see these quick glances of Neo looking much older. Morpheus tells him that like 50 or 60 years have passed since the first Matrix, but Neo ages very slowly. Throughout the movie, Smith is trying to kill Neo. There is a fight between them, which is very similar to the final fight they had at the subway in the first movie, which was cool. If you're really into The Matrix, there are so many references, quick flashback images, and nostalgia throughout the movie, which I really liked. The curveball we get is when Neo is trying to talk to Tiffany and make her remember who she is. Neo's therapist, or the analyst as he's called, drops this long sequence of bullet time making everything go slow and tells Neo how he is in charge of everything. Towards the climax, they make a deal that if Trinity wants to be with Neo, then the analyst will let them go, but if Trinity leaves, then the analyst can have Neo. We also have Bugs, and the team pretty much trying to hack Trinity out of a pod if things aren't going as planned. Trinity is about to leave with her family, but then remembers who she really is. There is this huge chase scene with Trinity driving her and Neo on a motorcycle while being chased by a bunch of people called bots, which is pretty much like a horde of zombies. Neo uses these telekinetic blasts throughout the movie to protect himself and others from bots, bullets, missiles, pretty much everything. Neo and Trinity jump off a roof to try and fly away and are about to fall to their deaths until Trinity is able to just float in the sky while saving both of them. We see that Trinity is now the chosen one. But yeah, that's most of the highlights of the movie. Overall, I think the movie was a pretty good watch. The effects were really good and told a great story. Besides the analyst parts, there really wasn't much bullet time, and the fight scenes were okay. I kind of expected better. The fight scene on the train was pretty cool. But overall, I think it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you're a Matrix fan. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you felt about the movie. Like and share the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.